Welcome back. So, we remember that Mr. Nuttall had come to meet Mrs. Appleton. Mrs. Appleton was least interested in knowing his problems or why he had come to this place. Rather, she was more interested and concentrated on when her husband and her brothers would return for tea after the snipe shooting. So when she was having a talk with Mr. Nuttall, her eyes were constantly on the window. She was waiting for them to return, and as she was talking, she just brightened up. She was alert because they had returned, and this gave Mr. Nuttall shivers. Why? Because he thought that how is it possible that someone who's not alive can return back? And to confirm his whatever he meant, he looked towards Veera, the niece, the 15-year-old girl, and she was very smart. She was very. She had planned her moves very smartly. So she conveyed, I mean, through her expressions, she conveyed to Mr. Nuttall that of something, and she was very shocked in her expressions, and she conveyed that she felt the same horror which he was feeling. And Mr. Nuttall was very confused. He was shocked. He was not able to understand what to do. He had that fear in him. So, in the deepening twilight, the three figures were walking across the lawn towards the window. They all carried guns under their arms, and one of them was additionally burdened with a white coat hung around his shoulders. A tired brown spaniel kept close at their heels. Noiselessly, they neared the house, and then a hoarse young voice chanted out of the dusk, "I said, Bertie, why do you bound?" So you remember Veera has told the same story. See in the picture you can see, no, same description whatever Veera has given in the beginning of this chapter. Same people are coming. The spaniel is there. They are dressed in the same manner. Then one of the brothers is singing the same song. So everything is very similar to what Veera has told him, and it was actually happening in reality. So he was not able to understand whether what is the reality. He thought that he was seeing ghosts, right? And he was very shocked and confused. Frampton grabbed wildly at his stick and hat. The hall door, the gravel drive, and the front gate were dimly noted stages in his headlong retreat. A cyclist coming along the road had to run into the hedge to avoid imminent collision. So now Mr. Nuttall was in a state of mind where he did not understand anything. There was a lot of fear in him, and he felt that Mrs. Appleton was seeing ghosts, or he had seen ghosts, because he also turned and he saw the same thing happening. He felt that he was seeing ghosts, and he was very shocked and confused. He just took hold of his stick and hat, and he was not after that he didn't know what happened, but certain things are in his mind that he drove through and he and the front gate was there, and he was just about to be in a collision to hit someone. And I mean, he was in a state where he was not able to understand anything, and he just ran from there so that he can save his life. And Veera had played a trick on him. "Here we are, my dear," said the bearer of the white mackintosh, coming in through the window. "Fairly muddy, but most of it's dry. Who was that who bolted out as we came up?" So now these people, they have come in, and he is telling that we are here, and who was this person who had just run away from here when we were coming. So these people, Mackintosh is that long white coat, that this white coat that this man, the husband, is wearing. So He's just who made a very sudden bolted is made a very sudden escape. So he's asking, who is this man who went from here? So now Veera will have another story to tell to those people, right? Next part, next more explanation in the next part.